Thank you so much for being here. My name is Catherine, and I would really love to help. And I would really love to help this evening through a very special, beautiful book called Where Did She Go? And this book is about an incredible little girl and all the thoughts and all the feelings that she has whenever whenever her granny dies. And I hope that I can read it the way it's meant to be read, and I hope I read it with lots of love. I hope it helps somebody. I really, really do. So this is a book called Where Did She Go? Um, where did she go? You can see that, okay. I love asking questions. My grandma says I'm full of them. Sometimes they're easy to answer, like what do I want for breakfast? Toast, please. I like having toast and I like having pancakes for my breakfast. And I also love tea as well for my breakfast. Sometimes they're much harder, like why are hands called hands? Or what happens if I walk backwards forever? My grandma knows everything and always helps me find the answers. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. But she's not been very well lately. Mummy said Grandma's no longer with us. So the biggest question ever is, where did she go? I asked Auntie Mimi where she was. She said Grandma has gone to sleep for a long time. But you can't sleep all day, can you? I asked my friend Isaiah's dad. He said that Grandma's watching over me now. But why won't she come away? And these are all understandable questions that this little girl has. And I think it's brilliant that she's asking all these questions because that takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of bravery to ask questions as well. And it's also a sign of love, so much love for her granny that she just wants to know where she is. I'm so confused. My teacher squeezed Mummy's hand and I heard her say, I'm so sorry. And then the nice librarian said it too. Mummy smiled each time. It's a happy smile. Our neighbour leant over the garden fence to talk to Mummy. I'm sorry for your loss, she said sadly. Mummy got sad too. Is Grandma lost? Shouldn't we go and look for her? So this little girl, she's picking up on all the things that people are saying to her mom, to her mummy, and understandable. If someone has said, I'm sorry for your loss, this little girl is thinking, Grandma's lost. I'm going to go and look for her because I love her, because I care for her so much as well. Or maybe she's hiding. Grandma loves playing hide and seek. We once played for a whole day and find us. Isn't that precious? I uh, I've got three beautiful nieces, and I love playing hide and seek with my two eldest nieces, be Amy and wee Shifra, and we sometimes play hide and seek behind the curtains. But they always find me. They always find me. But there's lots of lovely giggles, which is beautiful. I can find her. I know her all-time best hiding spots. Um, and the thing that I love the most about this is that this little girl, she's remembering all the lovely times with her granny. She's remembering hiding behind the sofa. She's remembering they're behind the doors and there's maybe a wee cat right there. And I think they're maybe in the toy box. That's a good place as well for hiding. Um, but it's beautiful that this little girl is remembering all these times, and they're all very, very precious memories. And no matter what happens, nobody can take that away from this little girl here. No matter what happens. First, I look under the sofa where we snuggle up to watch telly. Grandma's not there. I look in the garden. Grandma always gets cross at the slugs, right in the sunflowers. But Grandma's not there. It's like this way. I climb the oak tree. Grandma once said it's so big its acorns could start a new forest. How wise is Granny? Maybe I can see her from up here. A swallow swoops past, and that's the lovely wee sign near the birds. I'd love to be a swallow flying high in the sky, Grandma told me. Grandma, I shout. There's no reply. The swallow's a beautiful sign there. Beautiful little bird. I keep looking. I check the shed, the bathroom, all the kitchen cupboards. But Grandma's not anywhere. Mm. Just when I think there's nowhere else she could be, I have an idea. The park. Grandma loves taking me there for hot chocolate, but I can't see her here either. The thing that I love the most here is that all of these places are happy places for this little girl and things that her grandma has either done with her. Her grandma has like going to the park for hot chocolate. That sounds really good. And all the hiding places and being in the trees. They're lovely special places and places that the little girl and her granny have obviously had really nice happy times. Um so I hope the little girl remembers that, really, really remembers all those lovely memories. I was hoping we'd find Grandma here. I finally tell Mummy I've looked everywhere for her since she got lost. Oh, my love, I'm so sorry, Mummy says, and gives me a really big hug. Sometimes people are afraid of upsetting us, so to be kind, they say we lost her. But she isn't lost. Her body stopped working and she isn't alive anymore. They mean they're sorry she died. And as soon as that happens, the mommy gives the little girl a big, 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 big hug. Um, and as I was reading this story, and there's another couple of pages left, but as I was reading this story, where and the little girl is asking, where is she? Where did she go? Um, her granny's right there, and although she can't see her granny is there in her heart, and all those lovely memories and all those beautiful things that she did with her granny, they will never, ever, ever be lost. And the big thing that I want to say there is that love can never be lost and love can never die. So if somebody who you love, if they've maybe died, then you remember that love can never die. And although you can't see that person physically, their spirit, their love, their kindness, all of those beautiful things, they will always, always, always live. Um, And over time, it's, I want to say it gets easier. Um, I, my daddy died, um, almost like 10 years ago, it'll be 10 years in January. And I talk to my dad all the time. And anytime I'm maybe in the car, I talk to my dad whenever I'm playing my sports because my daddy loved me playing sports. I play a sport called camogie. And anytime I was at camogie matches, my daddy was always there and he was always cheering me on. And he was the loudest person there and he was always cheering. He was always encouraging. And every time I played camogie, I just talk to my daddy and I ask him, Daddy, put your hand on my heart and just guide me. And that gives me a lot of comfort. Um, because I can't see my daddy, but I know he's still here and I know he's looking after me and I know he's guiding me as well. Um, because love can never die and love can never be lost. I promise you that. I promise you that. Where do you go when you die? I ask. People think lots of different things, Mummy explains. Some people think they will go to a peaceful place after they die. Some people hope that they will become part of the stars or the soil or the trees. And some people aren't sure what they believe. No one is right or wrong. And that's a really important thing. Um, that you're free to choose whatever you want to believe. Um, but I believe that whenever people die, that they're still with us. We can't see them. They're still with us and they're still guiding us. And we can talk to them. We can ask them for help, and they will always be there. And we can share really beautiful things with them. And they know what's happening. Um, we know that we're here too, and they know that we love them. They know that we miss them as well. Um, that's what I choose to believe. But you might not want to believe that, and that's okay as well. But where did Grandma go? Mom thinks nobody knows for sure, but I do know she loved us so much. And even though we can't see her anymore, we can still feel that love. And I definitely agree with that. Um, that you'll always be able to feel the love. You'll always be able to think of all those lovely memories as well. Um, and that's a really precious thing. And that's something to be so grateful for. Um, because I know I'm so grateful for my daddy all the time. Every day I get up and I'm grateful for my daddy. And I'm grateful for all the things that he taught me. I'm grateful for all the lovely memories that I have. Um, and I'm grateful that he's still here. And there's a part of there's a part of my daddy that's in me as well. Which is beautiful. And just whenever I'm looking at this little picture here, um, there's a quote from Moana. You might have seen the film Moana. And I think the granny in that film says, I hope I'm getting this right. There's nowhere you can go that I won't be with you. And that gives me a lot of comfort as well, because there's nowhere that I go, my daddy won't be with me. Um, as well. And that feels like a bit like a hug as well. Bit like a hug. We can play hide and seek and remember playing it with her. So these are lovely memories. We can look at the flowers she loved and grow more. I'm going to pause this again. Um, because whenever my daddy died, some of the things that me and my daddy did together, I didn't want to do them anymore because I was just so upset and I was really sad and I just missed my daddy so much. But over time, I realized that by me playing camogie, by me running, by me doing all these things, by me maybe thinking about Spain, by me maybe doing things that me and my daddy did together, watching the football, watching the athletics, by me doing all those things. In a way, I'm actually acknowledging my daddy and I'm remembering him, and it almost feels as if it's the right thing to do. And that's the best way to maybe honour people who have died, is by doing things that they loved. If you still love them too, by doing things that they loved and that you loved doing together with them. I hope I've explained that okay. Because sometimes it can be tricky. It can definitely be very tricky. Um, but I think you get the strength, and the person who has died, they look after you and they'll be giving you the strength and they'll be giving you all the love and they'll be giving you all the courage and anything that you need. Just you um, keep talking to the person, because that's what I do. That's what I do. When we see a swallow, we can think of grandma and give it a wee. That's a nice thought. Um, I know sometimes when people see wee robin, that they think of somebody who has died, and that gives them a wee hug. That feels like a wee hug. That's just a nice thing. We can remember she was here and she loved us. That's the best thing here, that she loved us. Because I know my daddy loved me, still loves me, and is proud of me. Um, is proud of me still. Before bedtime, I sit by my window and think about my granny. She used to be here, but she isn't here now. Grandma isn't lost after all. She is with us in lots of different ways. And that's a really, really beautiful thing. And Mummy says she will always be. I will never know the answer to some questions. And I think it's beautiful that the little girl is remembering her granny. And I know that her granny hasn't forgotten her little granddaughter either, which is beautiful. But I do know that I loved my grandma and she loved me. And it's the best feeling in the world. It's the best, it's the most precious, it's the most beautiful, it's the most amazing feeling in the world. And to me, that's such a gift. It's such a gift to be able to share love with somebody. And it's such a gift for somebody to share their love with you as well. Um, and like I said, love can never die. Love can never be lost. And nobody can take away the love. Nobody can take away your granny's love, your grandpa's love, whoever it might be. Nobody can take that away. Um, um, Whenever I think of my daddy, I just am so proud that I am Nido Boy's daughter. My daddy was called Neil, and it just makes me so proud, and it just makes me feel so grateful that I was his daughter. Um, and like I said, I keep talking to my daddy, and I'm asking him all the time for questions, and I ask him all the time to guide me and to help me and to just to show me the right path as well. Um, which is really, really beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed that story. And I hope it helps somebody. I hope this helps somebody, because that's a very, very special little book there. Where did she go? Um, and the other little thing here that I can maybe show you here is this little book, this little box here. And this is my wee box here. And inside this box is lots of letters that I've written to my dad. I call them my dear daddy letters. And inside this box, they're dear daddy letters for things, for all my dreams and for all my goals. And I kind of think that my daddy's helping me with my dreams and with my goals. And that makes it even more special. it's almost as if we've got this wee secret mission that we're on, and my daddy's helping me, and that just makes it even more special, and it keeps daddy alive in my heart for me even more. Um, so maybe that's something that you might want to do, is to maybe write wee letters or to do wee pictures or to do wee paintings. And maybe you could get yourself a nice wee box like that. And I like mine as well because it's got a wee ribbon on it too. And some of the letters I've opened already, and some of the letters I haven't opened, but I know I will. And I know my daddy's going to help me open them as well. So I really, really, really hope that story helped somebody, and I hope it just reminded you that love can never die, love can never be lost, and just reminded you to be so proud and to be so grateful of that person who has died, and just to be so proud and to be so grateful for all the lovely memories as well, because nobody can take them away. Nobody can take them away. Thank you so, so much for being here, and I hope you have a beautiful week. And I will have another lovely story very, very soon. Thank you.